be talking about various topics at this time because we need to be aware through this time, because we are cleaning up a lot of things at this time. And I wanted to talk about, as your power starts to rise, you may experience psychic attacks, and psychic attacks are a real thing. When a person comes into your life and they start to siphon off your energy, if that happens, you will start to feel depleted, confused. You won't be able to create, and they'll just keep taking your energy, and they make out as if they're your friend, and they're supporting you and they're for you, but slowly they'll start to create doubt in your field. They'll start to make you question yourself. You won't feel like yourself. You'll feel tired. You might get ill or constantly get sick. And you've got to really be careful. And this is where discernment comes in. Like when you're doing something that you're meant to be doing, there will be sometimes, souls that will come in to take you off your path. And I've talked about this, about boundaries, about discernment. But you're going to need it really strongly at this time. Discernment is a real thing. And you've got to be discerning when someone or any energies are around you that you feel are trying to siphon your energy and take you off your path. So you have to protect your root chakra, because what this energy does, it comes in and it grabs hold of your sacrum, your root chakra, and that's where they can siphon off your energies. So you have to protect yourself. You have to build your foundations and make them strong. If you don't, then your energy can be siphoned off, and you have to be very mindful and you have to look after yourself. And if you're not sure, reach out to someone who can help you to understand what's going on. But this is the last attachments of narcissistic attachments and souls that are trying to take you off your path, to stop you shining your light, and it's not on. It's not acceptable. But you have to be strong. You have to be strong in yourself to stand up for yourself and know what's right for you, what's not right. When it's narcissistic, or when they are trying to infiltrate into your field and trying to siphon off your energy, you'll be confused. You won't be able to think straight. You'll question yourself. You won't be able to create. Like your creative energy completely goes, and your creativity and whatever you were doing, it's less. Like you can't even get to it. And they'll start to take you away from people that you love as well, and start to, just confuse your signal, and just create chaos basically. And so you're just constantly in fight or flight. You're constantly anxious when you're used to being peaceful, and you can't regulate yourself because that energy is being taken. And you start to feel insecure in yourself, but actually it's their insecurity that you're picking up on. And what they've done is they've entangled themselves and enmeshed themselves with your field. So what they're doing, they're rising and shining and being everything, experiencing the bliss of your energy. And you're going down, you're going down, you're going down, and you're going into this spin where you're in this chaotic energy. And the moment it comes into your awareness that this is happening, and the moment you feel that this person is pulling you down, you got to go into your space, cut them off completely, and trust yourself, and sit in your energy and ask your guides and ask your soul what is going on here, and get your energy back. You've got to get your energy back. We are spiritual warriors here, and we're here to build a new world, and we will have souls. It's just the way the world is. You've got the light and dark, you've got the demons, you've got the devils, and you've got the angels, and there is a real spiritual war happening at this time. And I don't like to focus on it, but I've experienced it. And so I want to just warn everyone to be mindful, to be careful, to look after your energy field, to not to trust everyone, to be very aware of who you let into your field. And who you don't, who you make friends with and who you don't. It's really important. The people you surround yourself with is essential, that you surround yourself with people who inspire you, who build you up, who support you, who love you, who make you feel safe, and who are protective and on the new earth trajectory. Do your homework on souls as well. Check out their credentials, check them out. Make sure you don't fall for someone who's just giving you all this. But behind the scenes, there's something else, right? They're another different person. They're just wearing a disguise. And I don't want to talk about this, but we have to talk about this because it's a real thing and it's happening in the world. And we will not be taken off our path. We will not be taken off our path. We will continue to speak, we'll continue to enlighten, and we'll continue to thrive through this time. And we will not be stopped. So whoever, I want to put this message out to anyone who's trying to take others off their path, that I want you to know, and I want those souls to know, that karma is a real thing. Because it's return to sender. Whatever you send to another person, it comes back to you tenfold. It comes back to you tenfold. So, be mindful of what you're putting out there. Be mindful of what you're trying to do. And if you're trying to take someone off their path, and this is a message not to the community. I'm trying to protect everyone by sharing this. But if someone's trying to take you off your path, listen. But also send the energy back to sender. Send the energy back to sender. So thank you very much. Thank you so much. But I don't need this. Thank you so much. But you can keep this energy for yourself. It's their insecurities that are coming up. It's their confusion, and it's their stuff. So you got to send it back to sender, because that's not normally how you are. And you have to fight these energies off. Unfortunately, that's what we have to do. But you got to trust your heart. You got to trust your discernment. This is a lesson in discernment. This is a lesson in detachment. It's a lesson in letting go and knowing what's for you and what's not for you. What's for you and what's not for you. So just remember, karma is a real thing, and it will go back to sender. Whatever they're sending to you, it goes back to them tenfold. So to protect your energy, call in your guides, call in your angels, protect yourself with the cloak of Christ, and take care of your energy. And it's really important that you take care of your energy, because I know the feeling of when your energy is being siphoned off is not very nice. And I don't want you to experience that. Okay, so look after yourselves and really protect your energy. It's so important. You're a beautiful angel here, and others recognize it, right? They see what maybe you don't see in yourself. They see what you don't see. And this is a lesson to see your light. And once you see your light and you claim your light and you stand in your sovereignty, they can't touch you. No one has the right to take you off your path. And if they try again, it's a lesson for them, and it creates karma for them. So this has been a big lesson in my life. I've had it many times. And sometimes through the thick mud, I've had to keep going, because you've got to trust what you believe in, and trust your path, and trust your higher calling. And when you keep, showing up, no matter how many times you've been knocked down, you keep showing up. Spirit is, showing you a way to stand in your power and to combat all the, the naysayers and the conflict and anyone that doubted you, to just stand in your sovereignty and be true to who you are. So keep showing up, no matter how hard it gets, keep showing up for your beliefs and what you believe in, and you will see your way through. So let me be an inspiration of that. Just keep showing up and showing up for what you believe in, and Spirit will have your back. Honestly, trust yourself and trust your angels and trust your guides, and say no to anyone that is trying to confuse you and to take your energy, siphon your energy. It's not nice. And just remember, send it back to sender. Once you understand, close the door and send the energy back to sender, and they will have to experience their karma tenfold. Forgive them. They're a soul. They don't understand. Maybe they do understand, and they're very manipulative and controlling. But you can immediately take back your energy when you need to. When you realize, you take back your energy and you close the door, and you ask Spirit to take care of that energy. And you just send them forgiveness so that you don't stay entangled in that energy with them, okay? This wasn't going to be the video I was going to do today, but I've got a few videos to do because there's a lot of energies happening at this time. We are in Mercury retrograde, so there's old, relationships coming back. There's old past life connections coming back that we're having to look at. There's relationship dynamics that we're having to look at this time. So there's a lot of processing. There's a lot of processing going on in the quantum mind, like the human mind, and then the quantum mind is sort of kicking in, and then we're looking at everything, and we're really getting to the bottom of situations. So I just want to say, take care of yourselves at this time and reach out for help from someone if you're not sure. and you need some assistance through this time, okay? So I'll just quickly pick some cards. Master Jesus, forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. I need my glasses. Father healing is possible at this time. Yeah, so you may have, if you have a relationship with the masculine where you have father wounds, we are healing those as well, and where trust was lost and our inner child and our innocence was lost. So we're reclaiming our power, we're reclaiming our truth. It's all root chakra stuff. We're reclaiming our root chakras and building our own solid foundations in ourselves and our sovereignty. And as we do that, we send the other person forgiveness and say, thank you for the lesson. Thank you for helping me to be more discerning as I grow in light, and to know myself deeper, really, to know my foundations and to know my truth deeper. So forgiveness, and then trust that they will be taken care of by the universe, that you don't have to worry. You just have to close that door. Focused intention. Think about what you desire. Set your sights high. Expect the best possible outcome. This is a time for focused intention. Focus on what you're going for. Focus visions. Focus on your dreams and what you want your new earth to look like. So this is a time to head down and focus. And if you have been a giver, this is a time for you to rest and receive the fruits of your labor, the abundance that is coming to you. This is a time for you to receive. So sometimes it's important to just step back and just allow your heart to heal, allow yourself to receive what is coming in for you, and not always just foot on the gas and working, but stepping back and receiving, being receiver mode, so that the universe can bring you what you desire. So for some of you, you might need rest right now, and that's important, to be in receiver mode so that the universe can deliver. And if you have been resting, then it's a time for you to get up and go and start creating and start doing. So there's always the ebb and flow, and you got to trust the ebb and flow, and you got to trust where you're being guided, and you got to trust what you're being guided to share at this time, and also what action you're being called to embody. Is it ebb or is it flow? Is it stillness or is it movement? Check in with yourselves and you will know. And dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Yeah. Your soul fulfillment, your happiness, your soul expression is needed here on earth, right? We are not here to dim ourselves. We're not here to shut ourselves down. We're not here to hide our light. We're not here to shrink our light. If someone asks you to clip your wings or not, doesn't accept all of you, then they're not accepting you. Know that. That was the old energy where we suppressed ourselves and we suppressed our light and we shrunk ourselves and we fitted into someone else's box and others' expectations of us, and where we were controlled and manipulated. That's the old template. In the new template, we express, we share, we open, we expand. We don't dim our light, we shine our light. We are magnetic, we are full of radiance, and that can trigger others. Yes, it can trigger others, but it's not to compromise yourself or to try and fit yourself back in a box, or feel that you should actually contain your light because it's affecting others or it's triggering others. No, shine even brighter. You're here to shine. Shine your light, and don't be afraid of who you are. Don't be afraid of your power. And don't be afraid of others. If they cannot handle your light, it's their issue, it's not yours. Keep showing up, and keep being true to who you are. Okay, and I really wanted to get that message out because it's not okay. It's not okay. So this is a time for boundaries, strong boundaries, and learning to say yes or say no, and listen to your intuition. When your intuition is telling you, when your body is telling you, and your body will start to behave in funny ways. You'll start to put on weight. So it's gone into protection mode. Why is it gone into protection mode? What do you need to be protective of at this time? You've got to listen to the signals of your body, and your body will tell you what you need to be aware of. Honestly, it's so important. So when you close that door, luck is on your side. you're back into alignment with source, and you're on your trajectory. So maybe you were taken off path and a detour, and nothing was lost. You gained wisdom from that experience, and you're coming back stronger. You will come back stronger. Your comeback will always be stronger when you've been taken off your path. Now you're literally focused and okay, raring to go. Use that energy, use that fire, use that anger, use that frustration to power you up and say no, to turbocharge you towards your mission and where you're meant to be going. Facing forwards, facing upwards to source. Luck is on your side. A time for healing. So this is where you bring yourself back into balance. You know, you see the dynamics, you see where you didn't fully shut that door straight away, where you didn't listen to your intuition. You heal. Maybe there's an old pattern that came up or an old relationship dynamic that you have to look at again to understand it deeper. And maybe there's some old sadness and some grief that's coming up from that past relationship that you're healing and letting go of. So this is a time for healing. Mercury retrograde. We are doing some very deep diving and some very deep healing, but that's important so that we can rise to our next level, rise to meet our higher selves. And it's just so important. And this is going to be the one, my video for the next, my next video, surrender to the divine. I'm going to talk about surrender. So I won't go into that too much, but when you're in chaos or when you're being taken off or when you're, you know, not in your peaceful place, surrender to the divine, come back to your heart and just ask the guides to hold you and help you through any challenges and obstacles you're going through. Okay, the answers you need are coming. So there's a lot of clarity coming through this time. A new start is coming. Yeah, when you close these doors to all those old dynamics, then you have a new start where you can stand in your sovereignty, when you can stand in your truth. And what happened through this process with me was my 12 strands of DNA were totally activated, which doesn't allow this energy to come in anymore. Like, you're totally sovereign, you're in your truth, you're in your power, and then nothing can break you, shake you, pull you off your channel and off your path. So this was a deeper strengthening of me and souls who have experienced this, because we're being called now into our deep wholeness, and we're holding the template of wholeness and sovereignty. And so you, before that, you know, position and energetic, you will be challenged. You know, fear will try and take you down, or someone will come to pull you off your path at the portal that you're about to go through into a whole new vibration and a whole new energetic and vibration. Something will try and come and throw you off, and this is where your discernment is absolutely key, because on the other side of that portal is your liberation and your freedom, joy, happiness, and fulfillment of your desires and your soul's calling. Okay, so keep going, because prosperity lies ahead. Prosperity lies ahead. Yeah, absolutely. When you let go of all that energy, you rise and you go to your next level. So I know it started off on a heavy note, but it was important to bring that message in. And you have to let go of that energy, and you have to be true to yourself. You have to stand in your sovereignty and your wholeness. This is all preparing us for the next vibration and the templates that we're going to be holding in New Earth, of wholeness, of a New Earth leader. And many will come to knock you down. But you got to know that you got to trust yourself. You got to trust when you feel something's off, and we got to trust your guides, and you got to close those doors and close them and not let the energy back in. You shut that door and you don't send mixed signals. You shut the door and you move on. Okay, move on and move into your next chapter and celebrate yourself for everything that you've overcome, and all the energies and everything that you've created and everything that you've anchored here. Celebrate yourself for all your beautiful achievements, and keep shining in your brilliance and in your light. Okay, so I'll see you soon, and I'll be back with another video very shortly. Take care of yourselves, and bye for now.